So these are our animal dryers, and they are by far our best tool for de-shedding. Now, animal dryer is a bit of a misnomer. You would think by what it's called that its best feature was drying the dog. But for my money, the best thing that this does is get out loose coat, especially when you compare it to brushes. When you use an animal dryer, it doesn't pull, it doesn't yank, it just painlessly takes out that loose coat. And what it also does is it allows the coat to come out in sensitive areas that you couldn't use a brush typically, like in the back part of the leg. Now, if you're worried about how your dog's going to respond, if your dog is shy or nervous, please let our staff know. We can show you some techniques that will help. But in short, all of our animal dryers are variable speed, which means with a shy dog, we can start at a very low speed and gradually work our way up. Now, a lot of times we can get it all the way up to full speed on a nervous dog on the first visit. But there will be a few dogs where it might take a couple visits, but it is worth it to take the time and get them used to it because, like I said, this is the world's best brush. When you're ready to get started on your blow dryer, first thing you want to make sure to do is towel dry. And by using all 5 towels on a big dog, you get a bulk of that moisture off, which then allows this to work more effectively. And if your dog is shedding, the other thing that you need is this concentrator. This works really well. It concentrates the air and gives it more power so it can just blast off that loose coat. Now, people make a couple mistakes when they use this. They're used to a hair dryer at home, which has heat and evaporates. Blow dryers for animals don't work that way. They're not heated. What they do is just blast off. So when people are using this, they make the mistake of being too far away, or they're kind of moving all over the place quickly. You want to stay in an area and give it a little bit of time in an area. And you'll notice on the video of my dog being blow dried that at first the hair doesn't come right out. First it has to get that moisture off, and then the longer I am there, the more hair comes out. We have a saying here that is, the more it dries, the more it flies. So just take your time in that area and give it some time. Now, if you have a dog that has a super thick coat, you may have to use a combination technique. So what you'll do is you'll keep it really close to the skin and stay there for a bit. And you'll see that the hair is pulling away from the body, but not quite releasing. So then what you do is you pull the animal dryer back, which flattens the coat and releases that hair. And it'll just go everywhere at that point. And then you go back to the skin, loosen up the coat, and then come back out, and it'll release again. Now, even if your dog isn't that really super thick coat, this is an excellent technique to use where you pull the animal dryer away from the skin a little bit to flatten out the coat for 2 reasons. One, if your dog has some skin issues, when you pull that back, you'll be able to evaluate the skin and find those. The other reason is if there is still undercoat in there, you'll be able to see it. If you notice on my dog, when I finish blow drying the upper area and I pull the animal dryer back, the coat looks really nice. There's no undercoat in there. When I go a little bit farther down on his leg, you can see where I have not blow dried yet that there's a lot of undercoat there.